Hi everyone, so Season 7 has been out for around 2 days now. I've been blasting pretty hard, as you can see, and of course there have been some undocumented changes, at least to my knowledge, and I want to share that with you. Also, some hotfixes have rolled out already. I will also cover that in this video. Let's get straight into it. So some stuff that I noticed that was either buffed or nerfed was especially considering some of the loot like availability and loot drops that you can see here. So I noticed, for example, that we get a lot more of these mythic tributes. So I'm talking about these tribute of ascendances here, these ones. So they have a 50-50 chance, at least on Torment 4. I'm not sure about lower difficulties. To give you a mythic unique. In fact, I actually got one on my very first one on the first day. I managed to find a Shaco from this thing. So I got somewhat lucky with that. But by now I've actually received, I think, 6 of these tributes. So this is a very high number. This is way more than I remember from last season throughout the entire duration of the season for me. I think I got like 2 of them or something. And this just might have to do with just the fact that we do a lot of whispers right now because of the season theme. But I think we generally just get more of this stuff because I've been doing a lot of whispers in general last season too. And it definitely seems like a lot more. Maybe even more from the world bosses. I also heard from people that are doing world bosses that they get them more often, but I have not really done any world bosses, so I can't really speak to that. Anyway, mythic item seems to be somewhat achievable for soul players because of that, because you can actually get these tributes, so that's kind of nice. Another thing I noticed are silent chests. There are a lot of them. I guess it has to do with the theme, and they probably decided to buff them a little bit. But they are crazy. So you really want to have those keys around. So I'm talking about the whispering keys here. You can gamble them, or you can buy them from the gamble vendor rather. And they cost like 10 obols, which is nothing for what they give. They usually spit out a bunch of legendaries and also a bunch of materials, in particular gem fragments. So you want to always have a stack of these things lying around. Just use your obols for that. And then just as you go around in the seasonal zones here, there's plenty of these chests. You want to click those. Now, some stuff that was nerfed. Well, legendary rune drop rates. Oh boy. So about that, here's a screenshot I took earlier when I was doing a boss rota. So we did some, I don't know, 2 hours or something of non-stop farming, Varshan, Duriel, whatever. And these are my rune drops. I actually emptied my inventory before that. And here was my first legendary rune that I got from that rotation after, I don't know, 100 or something runes. So this is a very stark contrast compared to Season 6, where, especially in Torment 4 boss rotas, you would get tons of legendary runes. In fact, it's also like the source of legendary runes. And if you were doing a lot of them, in fact, you would get to the point where you get more legendary than blue runes. So this has been changed significantly. So as you can see here, this is a lot harder to get. And this also means that target crafting the right mythic items is basically off the table for most people, I think. That is not happening. I can show you like my stash that I have right now after like 45 hours of blasting or something nearly. So I've been going pretty ham, and this is my entire rune stash here. So I guess I can throw these in there. And I have not used any of them. I have not crafted any of the mythics with them or something like that. This is it. So you can see that even with like, 150, 200 bosses I've killed and whatever, you just don't get really much of this anymore. I mean, eventually I'll get to the point where we'll have like 6 and can maybe craft one of the mythics or something, but just like sitting there and target crafting the right mythic with, the right greater affix and stuff, is not happening for most people at this point. So I guess you need to have hundreds of hours, or you have to buy tons of runes in order to do that, so keep that in mind. Then gambling uniques at the Purveyor of Curiosities is also severely nerfed. So last season that was a really good way, especially early on, to gear up, get your most important pieces online. This is also just not happening. Like, you do get some uniques here and there, but I can't even remember getting an ancestral one at all. So that is certainly not happening. And I've been running the pit quite a bit. So if you look at my glyphs, for example, just to give a bit of an idea, how many pits I've done. So I have like all my glyphs here, like not all, half of them at like 75 plus. So I've been doing quite some pits, and these are not leveled, but yeah, probably a couple of hundred or something pit runs, I don't know. So I have been blasting, and I don't remember a single ancestral unique. So this is definitely off the table as well. Infernal Horde keys, I keep getting questions about this as well. So you get those mostly from whispers now. So you might have seen, if you have turned in your whispers, there's like this this key cache or something, and it spits out like 3 Nightmare sigils and 3 Infernal Horde sigils, and this is basically it. So this is kind of like all I've gotten. I've used like 2 or 3 of these, but yeah, Infernal Horde compasses are pretty rare. So yeah, I have like 30, 35 of them or something like that. If you count this all together, maybe 40 with a few that I've used. So it's not terrible. If you want to, if you do the whispers all the time, you can get them, but you don't really get them anywhere else. I also didn't really notice finding many in Helltides. I've been doing those a little bit. So that's a bit surprising. Seems like whispers is the way for those horde keys. And also gem fragment drops. So another thing I noticed, this is also severely nerfed. Like last season we had tons of this stuff, and then they gave us, you know, a higher cap of how many gem fragments you can have. Then they gave us a way to convert to gem fragments, and now they just gave us no gem fragments. So this is kind of what this looks like. So you see here, I still don't even have the highest tier of gems in my gear here on basically all of these items. I did manage to barely craft the new occult gems, and I literally just finished that. So I have my reputation maxed out, I have my character pretty decked out, and I've been farming this seasonal zone for like 30 hours straight or something. And now I got to the point where I have enough gem fragments and enough heads and enough of the rot to actually do this. So I have what I want, and I can finally play the video game, kind of. So this is how little gem fragments you get. If you look at this here right now, so I just don't really have a lot. So, okay, I can now craft, I've been kind of saving it now for the last hours or so, but I can do like 1, 2, 1, you know, grams. So it's not very much I got here. So gem fragments, I found the best way to get them is again the silent chests. Also like using the material chests, every time you get the whisper turn-in reward, go for those. And yeah, Infernal Hordes used to be very good, not really good anymore. So it's just kind of a slow grind for those fragments, and this is about it. So just some of the stuff to keep in mind. Of course, there have also been a lot of build changes, but I will try to detail those another time. I just kind of want to go over the like overall game experience right now. This is what you can expect, and also how to play around some of those nerfs here. Now let's talk about the hotfixes a little bit. So we have 2 hotfixes that have rolled out already. So this was on day 1, this was on day 2. If you have not seen this yet, if you were playing a barb, it did not function properly, the new hype earthquake build, but that has actually been addressed really fast. So a lot of people had fear that they would not be able to play this super crazy barb build, which I've already seen screenshots of like 130 plus pit clears, and we expected to go even all the way to 150 at some point. So that is a crazy build, and that not working would be kind of a bummer. So that has been addressed. There's also a thing about the Hex of Whispers power. You might have seen that in one of my guides actually, because I talked about it in my Dance and Ice Rogue guide. So this is this Hex of Whispers power that gives you this shadow damage effect and then fortify. I actually wanted to use that in my build, and right now you can't slot this in. So this is hopefully getting addressed. Apparently there's like some stability issues or server issues or something when people use that. So you can't actually use this. If you have to slot it, it does nothing right now. So you can swap that until they fix it. And then there's also the hotfix 2 that just rolled out basically right before I recorded this video. So there was a bug with Lilith, you might have heard about that, but people were able to giga farm resplendent sparks by killing Lilith repeatedly with people that have not done it before in a party. And every time someone fresh joined the party, everyone in that party would get a spark for the first kill of that person. So you could just kind of rotate and print infinite sparks as long as they had people that you would carry. So that's what some people have done, and now they have a lot of sparks. It remains to be seen if Blizzard decides to take some action here. I'm not very hopeful, but yeah, this is also fixed now at least. So we got that. And also there was like this little thing here, ancestral caches of Tree of Whispers in lower difficulties. And stability improvements. I have definitely noticed that the game is not running that well. For example, my YouTube stream keeps crashing like multiple times per day, especially during the loading screens. Like something is up with the game, and I hope that Blizzard is going to address that very soon. So yeah. In any case, if all of that is not enough to make you log out yet, then I also have something else to share here, and this is the sponsor of today's video. So I want to give a shout out to the Crimson Market. You might have seen those guys before. I've been shouting them out a bunch of times in the past. I've been part of them for a long time now. They have created this trading platform here that I have also been using in the past, and I'm planning to, like, as the season kind of ramps up a little bit. But you can trade for items here on this website at thecrimsonmarket.com. They also have their own Discord community that is really cool. And they have really cool giveaways for their club members. So I want to show that off. In fact, this is the biggest reward they've done recently, I think, which is the Path of Exile clock. I'm not sure exactly what's the official name of it, but it looks like this here. They actually sent me this little video here. It looks badass, and this is going to be given away on my stream this Saturday. So if you want to join for that giveaway, then you have to sign up for that on their Crimson Market Club. So I can show you that real quick, which you can see in here on the club menu button, join. I will also link this down in the description and in the pinned comment. And you just sign up here with the golden ticket. So they have like a paid membership, but you can also get one entry for free using this golden ticket here. So you can go check this out. There is no like minimum duration subscription or something like that. This is not a scam. They have done this like every month basically since the game launched pretty much. So you can see here the previous rewards of pretty badass PCs. They are custom built. Like they did like this Spirit-born Diamond Vessel PC here, for example, for the expansion launch. They did a Crimson Clock. That was kind of cool. Like, there's some of my favorites here, but yeah, they're giving away these cool PCs and other stuff that you can expect here as a Crimson Market Club member. So I want to show that off. Wish you good luck if you decide to enter in the giveaway. So you can see here 666 people, kind of cool number in the run right now. And of course they're looking for more members and want to just share these cool gifts with the community here. So you can see the specifications, and you're gonna see that live on my stream when I give it away here on Saturday. And that's also what I got for this video here. So hope the Season 7 blast has been going pretty well for you. When it comes to me, I had a blast definitely with the Dance Knife Rogue here. I will also respec this soon to Death Trap and the Twisting Blades. I want to try those two, maybe more on the Rogue. And I also want to try out the actually balanced Spirit-born now. So let's see how that will go in the next few days. So that's my plan for now. Maybe Diablo 3 next Friday as well. They have delayed the season start, so maybe I'll check that out and blast to, like, as I said, 150 or something like that. But for now, hope you enjoyed this little video here. Let me know what you think about the season, and good luck if you decide to enter the giveaway. See you guys next time.